I have an announcement. What is it? I had a big announcement about my If Then podcast. It's not that. It's not that. This is even greater. It is a Christian dating app. Not really. But this episode is all about Christian dating apps. And actually, Josh, we do technically have a Christian dating app in supportblimeycow.com. If you join that, I mean, we've had multiple people get married in that, Josh.
That
so
is
it's
true.
So many supporters are just getting hooked up.
That's true. Still makes me nervous to call it that though.
A Christian dating app?
Makes me nervous. I don't want people joining thinking they're gonna find love.
How many have found love? If you had to count.
Many.
Josh officiated a wedding. Not yours, though. He'll never do it again. Let's get to the messages.
Sponsored by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence.
Jordan's messages.
Hello, Jordan and Josh. So basically, there's this concert I'm wanting to go to, and to be realistic, I have the money and the whole plan laid out. The only issue is my parents. They don't like any of the K-pop bands I like, and have always been against me even listening to their music. I've even added it to my prayer list, but it kind of seems like I'm pushing it considering my parents will absolutely never say yes. This feels like a once-in-a-lifetime experience because all the bands are in South Korea and they're coming on tour to my hometown. I want to exercise my faith, but at this point, moving a literal mountain would be easier than changing my parents' minds. Did I mention I'm a 15-year-old girl?
You didn't need to.
You didn't need to. Look, Josh, we've really, what is the word? We've really not digressed.
Look, I wanted to give people... Messages been so heavy lately.
No, I don't mean that. I mean these people's prayer lists are... Mine were that my relatives would stop smoking. Theirs is that they can listen to K-pop. Okay, I mean, we're going down as a species. Is it TikTok? Is that what it is, Josh? Is it TikTok? Is it that fault? Is it their fault? Is that why all these kids are getting into K-pop?
I don't know why the kids are into K-pop.
I don't either.
Do you ever listen to K-pop?
Yeah, it's a bunch of soy boys dancing around. That's all it is. I've watched the music videos. That's all it is. Am I allowed to say that? I'll edit it out. Okay, look, it just, in all honesty, my parents let me go to concerts, okay? But there was a limit, okay? One time, Josh wanted to buy a CD and my dad put his foot down. It was, what was it, Josh? What was the album?
I think it was a Fall Out Boy.
It was Fall Out Boy, okay? And thank God...
To your grave.
Yes, thank God for Dad at that moment. Dad, we were in Best Buy and Dad said, Josh, maybe we should put that one back. So, look...
It was just that it was called Take This to Your Grave. If it hadn't had that name...
They gave it away.
I think I would have gotten away with it.
Oh, okay. There was no K-pop when I was a kid, as far as I understand. But but everybody has a Best Buy Fall Out Boy moment with their parents if they're a Christian family.
You find out what the limit is.
And yours is K-pop. That's what it is. And, God bless your parents for it. God bless them. Sometimes I understand it feels like your parents are being overbearing or something, but, you can't just... You can't sweep everything under the rug that they say. Okay, a lot of the things that they say have a lot of validity, and this is one of those times. Okay, so listen to me from personal experience. You'll be thankful, okay, when you're 20-something, you're going to be very thankful that your parents put their foot down. You might be mad now, but you'll be thankful later. Season 1 of my podcast, the If Then Podcast, has concluded. So if you want to listen to the entire season, you can do it for free on ifthenpodcast.com. And while you're there, why don't you think about how nice my website looks? Why don't you think about it? I built it with Squarespace, don't you know? Anytime you have a new project you want to launch, the first thing you need is a website. Squarespace knows this and has a bunch of beautiful, easy to use templates to make your site look however you need it to be. Everything I need for my site is right there on Squarespace. It's an all-in-one platform. They have email marketing services, so if I want, I can collect email addresses from my site visitors and then send them updates about my projects. I can create pro videos effortlessly with the Squarespace Video Studio app, and of course, I can look at all all of my site analytics as well, which is really fun when you're launching a new podcast. Squarespace helps us run our business, and they can help you too. If you want your own space on the web, do it with Squarespace. Head over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and then when you're ready to launch, go to our link squarespace.com/cow, because there you're going to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/cow. Now, let's get back to the messages. Hi Jordan and Josh and Sarah. I'm in my mid-20s and recently started using a Christian dating app. The swiping and shallow conversations have been fun. That's not the adjective I thought they were going to use or one that I would have chosen. But after talking to a guy for a week, we made plans to meet in person. We live near each other and have had good conversation, and I could actually see it going somewhere, but now I cannot get over the weirdness of having met on an app. All my friends are married, and literally none of them would ever consider using a dating app. I can't imagine ever telling the truth about how we met because for some reason it seems unbearably embarrassing. Do you have any advice on how to get out ill feelings about online dating? Am I right? This is a little skeezy. I don't know what that means, okay? Somebody asked me what sus meant the other day, and I was like, I don't know. And then the guy behind me who had children, he was like, it means suspicious, and it's from Among Us. It came from Among Us, and I said, was it? And then Amy, our sister, she said, Jordan, there was a slang word that people use when we played Halo. And she's like, I can't remember it, it's driving me crazy. Later on that night, I got a text from her, and it just said pwned. So I will not be adding skeezy to my list, though.
It's tough out there, Jordan. These people they're Christian dating now.
They've done it to themselves. They've done it to themselves. More like the parents have done it to themselves, to the kids. They made them feel like everything had to be perfect and you gotta marry the exact perfect person, blah, blah, blah. And then it just, at some point, nobody's perfect and it goes downhill real quick. Once you hit about 30 and you have there's nobody, and then you're on these dating apps and you're like, wow, it's kind of fun to not have, like, my parents don't know who this person is, and then they're just texting this random person. They know it's not going to go anywhere. But then the weird thing, Josh, is that then it did go somewhere for this person, boy or girl. I don't know who this is. It went south real quick, as in it actually got serious. And at this point, they're like, wow, why was I on this stupid dating app? But I kind of like this guy. What do I do? I mean, look, I've known several people to have gotten married via, these online Christian dating apps, okay? Like, I don't think at this point that it's anything necessarily to be ashamed of. It's just, you should be ashamed of how your mindset was going into it, that it seems like you were using it as this little skeezy fling. I don't know if I'm cussing when I say that. If it was a skeezy fling, okay, then yeah, that's embarrassing, okay? But the fact, like, just act like that never happened, and just, you gotta go wholeheartedly 100% into the dating app. As in, like, I'm not saying to continue using the dating app over and over and over again for like 5 years, okay? But if it's proven its worth by the algorithm handing you this man in marriage, I would suggest that you go 100% full force, admit what happened, and just go with it, okay? Because right now, the only thing holding you back is your mindset about it, because that was your mindset that you had in the past, but that's gone, it's erased, okay? There is redemption, Josh, as we've been talking about. There is redemption. And just move forward. Just, just commit to it. Just commit to the act. You are a Christian dating apper. That's what you are.
Well, how do you think you would have done on the Christian dating apps, Jordan?
I wouldn't have gotten married. I literally wouldn't have done it. And I don't, that might be my fault. That might be a fault on me. I have no idea, but I would feel, I'm like her. I would have felt so weird. But the thing is that I wouldn't have gotten on it to find out if there was somebody that the algorithm was going to reveal to me. So maybe that's bad on me, but I honestly wouldn't have done it. I would have waited to meet somebody at like I was going to say a coffee shop. Yeah, 7-Eleven, Josh. At a 7-Eleven,
I think I would have downloaded, like, all right, let's just see what the stupid thing's about. But I think that's how most people probably get into it. Is they're like, all right, let's just have a little fun.
Then they see the hot girl and they're like, well, wait, hey, swipe left, whatever it is, swipe right. And then they get hooked. It's just like, look, it's almost like these companies know how our brains work.
It's that Christian dopamine hit.
That's all it is. That's all it is. But if you want a Christian dopamine hit that isn't algorithm-based, Josh, that is supportblimeycow.com. If you do join supportblimeycow.com for the dating version of it, then you're gone. We will delete you. So be cool about it. Just like Josh at the Best Buy, okay? Just like Josh at the Best Buy. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Don't let Fall Out Boy give it away. You gotta be smooth with it, and then you might get away with it.
To this day, when Fall Out Boy comes up on Spotify on like a playlist,
skip.
Oh, sometimes I listen. I just don't like it. But maybe I would have if I had gotten that CD.
Dad knew your taste better than you. He knew your taste better than you. One time with the Showdown, there was a band. There's like this hardcore southern hardcore band called the Showdown. They had like lyrics all about like Old Testament stories. They went downhill really quick. Let me tell you, the next CD was absolutely terrible. Sorry, what's his name? I forget the guy's name. Davey. But look, okay.
I'm sure he's watching.
I'm sure. Well, as he's burned it. You never know who's watching this show. I said, Dad, you've got to read the booklet because it's all these these Old Testament stories. And you know what? Dad actually read it. That was the kind of father that we had. Happy Father's Day. Okay. Happy Father's Day.
Jordan, bonus message this week is especially spicy. It has to do with stuff we can't talk about on YouTube.
But it's going to be on YouTube. We just won't. Unlisted. Again, if you want bonus messages, Josh, support blimeycow.com. It's a double whammy. Dating app. Just kidding. Don't use it as a dating app, but it's kind of. And bonus messages. Where you can learn the advice of how not to be creepy. You know, I'm praying to God that my relatives stop smoking. They're praying to God that they can listen to K-pop. You know what? You know who answered my prayer? God answered my prayer. Because one of them did stop smoking, Josh. Okay? The other one, maybe not. But one of them did. So we've got a 50-50 chance. Was it and God involved or was it pure chance? I don't know. Okay? I have no idea, but I keep praying every day. I pray every day. Still. To this day. I hope to God that you stop praying for K-pop. Don't be messy. And leave good messages.